Hey everybody, Aaron Blaze here, and it's another Friday, July 1st, and we are here to do another live stream, and we're going to have a good time today.
Woohoo!
We're going to be working in new software I haven't streamed before, and we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Biggest thing, well, we got a couple of big things to talk about. My new creature course, we just finished filming for that, and so that's in pre-order right now. So if you go on over to creatureartteacher.com, you can pre-order my creature design course for 50% off. That's good until next week. So you still got a ways to go. Actually, July 9th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so a little over a week. So you still got quite a bit of time. So if you're interested in getting my course for 50% off, creature design, check it out. Because actually, I'll tell you a little bit of what we do in this. First of all, I take you through real world animals. I take you through four-legged animals and the mechanics and their structure. I take you through bird anatomy. I take you through a little bit of insect anatomy as well. I take you through all of these things that you can understand the basis of real animals, and then we can start distorting them. And that's what we do. We take that knowledge and we start to distort things a little bit. And we make new creatures. We also talk about different environments and how creatures adapt to different environments and their adaptations, how they affect their evolution, their form, that sort of thing. And it's a lot of fun to do that. Plus, I've got other techniques on just finding interesting shapes, interesting looks to creatures and that sort of thing. So it's really full. I think it's minus the intro and the outro. I think it's like 13 videos, about 20 hours of content. So it's a lot. So we've got that. Go on over and check that out. You want to talk about the...
Well, speaking of creatures, we also put out a new video today.
Yeah.
So with today, for those of you that may or may not be fans of it, today is the release of the end of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So Aaron did a Krita video of Vecna, a time-lapse video. We just put that up over on our YouTube channel. Yes. If you want to check it out, you can also find it over at creatureartteacher.com. It's over there.
Oh, you got that. Good. Okay.
And if you check that out, it's pretty popular. So we figured since it's out today, we wanted to release a video today. So go.
How about that thumbnail, huh?
Go check it out. Oh no. And then also, speaking of our website, we are running a July 4th sale because for those of us here in the United States, it's the 4th of July weekend. And so if you use promo code July4 at checkout, it's going to take 25% off any order, including stuff that's already marked off for our summer sale. So there you go.
There's your Star Spangled Awesome.
That is Star Spangled Awesome. And also, we've got, about every year or so, we do so much artwork, through teaching classes and giving demonstrations and things like that. It kind of piles up in all of my drawers and files and all that. So about once a year, we like to do a little art auction. And so we are in the middle. We just started it yesterday or last night. We just started a brand new auction. If you go on over to creatureartteacher.com/auction, I think you can get there by /originals too, right?
Yeah, but auction is just easier for people to remember.
Yeah. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com/auction, and you can see we've got over 40 items up for bid right now. And it's everything from drawings and paintings like I had before. But this time I decided to take all of my animation demos that I'd done and sell those as well. So you're not getting just individual animation drawings. You're getting the whole pack. So, if I do a demonstration and it's got 10 drawings in the demonstration, you're getting all 10 in that bid. So it's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. It's a chance for you to own some of my original animation. And there's some fun stuff in there. So once again, going over to creatureartteacher.com/auction, and you can check that out. That goes until Sunday midnight, is it? Or do you remember when it ends, Nick?
Sunday at midnight.
Yeah, Sunday midnight Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, do the math. Did we hit everything?
We did.
I'm ready to draw. So I'm live streaming today in Krita. Some of you guys may have seen a video that I released recently, plus the Krita, the image of Vecna from Stranger Things. I did that in Krita as well. So many of you guys have been asking me to try Krita and other drawing and painting softwares. I've always been, since I started drawing and painting digitally, I've always been a Photoshop guy. That's what we used at Disney, and so I just stuck with it. And I'm stubborn. It takes a lot to get me to try different things once I find something I like. But I finally tried Krita the other day, and I tried it completely cold, and I loved it. Fell in love with it. And it's very, if you're familiar with digital drawing and painting, its interface is very, very easy. And I fell in love with it, and I really like the results. And so I'm kind of sliding into that a little bit more. So I thought it would be fun to do another Krita image today. And I want to just go back to my roots. I just want to do a wildlife image. And I was going through some of my reference, and I found this coyote that we photographed in the snow up in Yellowstone a few years ago. And I really like the image. I like the pose, and I want to add some dramatic lighting to it. And so I thought it would be fun just to go ahead and dive in and do that. So without further ado.
It's funny how over the years of doing these streams, things have changed, because it used to be, you're the art dad everyone needs. Now on YouTube, you're the art grandpa everyone needs.
Well, we all get older, don't we?
Aaron's only 53. That's the thing.
But I am a granddad.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
He is a grandpa.
And so are you, actually. So there you go.
You're both grandpas.
So let's see here. I am going to grab a little dark brown. And I'm just going to start drawing. I'm drawing this coyote.
Jonathan Carr on Facebook says, I downloaded Krita a few days ago, and I'm loving it too.
Yeah, it's awesome. And by the way, too, Krita is free. That's what blows my mind about it. It's so robust and so awesome, and it's free.
The entire thing is free, or do you only get a limited?
No, it's free. It's totally free. There's no
There
charge
is
whatsoever.
You can. I think there is a version you can pay for, and it'll automatically update. I guess that's the benefit. But you can get the free version and just update. You just re-download it to get the updates. I think that's the advantage.
Erica Bay is on and says, hello, fellows.
Hello, Erica.
Hello.
Hello, Newman. Good to see you, Erica, or hear you, or know you're there. Let's say that. It's good to know you're there. I always know Erica's going to be there.
Oh, yeah. And
I love Erica.
Timothy from Facebook asks, do you ever make your PSD or Krita files with the layers available for download for folks to tinker with and see, experiment,
We do, specifically for our Patreon members. So if you subscribe to Aaron Blaze Art on Patreon, we make those files available. Also, if you purchase any of our courses, those courses always come with the layered Photoshop files. And there you go.
There you go. There you go. So I'm just sketching rather quickly this coyote. Coyote.
Coyote. Have you seen Minions Rise of Gru?
No.
That came out just
Trying to get the perspective right on these eyes. Make sure the eyes are right in the pocket.
right in the pocket.
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 Yum. Pocket.
There we go.
Brian McCormick from Facebook asks, how does Krita compare to Procreate?
It's close in my mind because I'm working on a desktop. It's closer to Photoshop than it is to Procreate.
Is there a
It's
mobile
great.
version of Krita?
I don't know. Nick, do you know that? Do you know if there is?
What was the question?
Is there a mobile version of Krita?
I do not know. I think there might be.
Because if there is, it'll be interesting to try to do a comparison. Like right now, it's like comparing Photoshop to Krita. But it'll be interesting to also do a comparison between Krita and Procreate if there's a mobile version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Martin Berger today?
He's there. He posted a bunch of stuff already.
Martin Berger.
Martin.
Hey, Martin Berger. Hello, all the way to Austria.
Hello.
Is it okay to pick colors from the reference photograph, or you recommend making a palette for the painting?
Oh, make a palette for the painting. Don't grab color off the photo. It's not about copying the photo. It's about using the photo as reference, to achieve an image. What the heck? Why can't the one thing I am confused about on this is sometimes my eraser works and sometimes it just goes to a different brush. And I have to actually manually click on eraser.
Do you have a touchscreen turned on?
Oh. No. It's just weird. That's one thing. If anyone can tell me what I'm doing wrong in regards to that, let me know.
What's the
You're
question?
doing everything wrong.
My on my stylus, I can't get my on my stylus when I go to use my eraser, it just goes to a different brush. But other times I've used it and it works fine.
In Krita?
In Krita, yeah. It seems kind of moody. Like sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't, and I really haven't changed anything.
It's in a bad mood today.
It's like sometimes I can do command minus and plus, and it'll, it's like right now I can increase and decrease the size of my canvas, and then other times I have to, it won't do it.
Martin Berger says a big thunderstorm is on its way here.
To us
Or
or there, because we had a good one yesterday.
Yeah, I had a good one yesterday, and Florida is getting quite a lot of scattered storms around here.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a lot today.
Oh yeah. Oh buddy.
Oh, Wilbur.
Oh. Oh Billy. Oh yeah. All over the place.
So once again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we've got an auction going on. I've made a whole bunch of my artwork available. If you go on over to creatureartteacher.com/auction, you can see everything over there. We've got a bunch of stuff that we've put up.
Yeah, including original animation drawings for the first time ever, which
Yeah.
you're not selling them individually. You're selling the entire
The whole
set
shot.
is included.
Yeah, you're getting the entire shot. Some of them are just, some of them were just demos on like, hey, this is how I do expression change, and it's only like 3 drawings. But there's other ones that are just full-on shots. 30 drawings in the shot.
Yeah, Erica responding about the thunderstorms says we have several this week as well.
Yeah. Well, Alabama gets nailed pretty good too. You guys get a lot more tornadoes than we do up there.
Yeah, look at all the storms we had here in Florida.
Oh yeah, and that's just the beginning of the day. It's going to get rolling.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere right now. There we go. Oh, see? And the other thing too is sometimes I can hit my space bar, and that's usually the shortcut for grabbing and moving the canvas, but it won't do it for me. So I have to actually grab the hand, click on the hand in order to move it.
That
And then
son
go
of a
back.
gun.
Yeah, like the shortcuts don't work sometimes that I use.
Hey, it's free software. What are you gonna?
I'm just confused by it. That's all.
I'm just giving.
It's really not fair. What are you gonna do?
I'm totally with you. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy.
On a clouded night.
Got John Denver on the brain today.
Huh?
Got John Denver on the brain today. That would be Vedanta.
You're drawing Vedanta?
Yeah, see? It's a sly coyote.
Mm. Not a sick fox. So you're drawing coyote? Did you take that shot?
See?
Who took that? Did you take that, Dustin?
No.
I took this a long time ago.
In the galaxy far, far away.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Which?
Oh, see, now it works. Oh, maybe I have to have the eraser. Let me see something here. Oh, I understand now. I have to have the eraser pressed down, then I erase with it, and then I can just leave the eraser on when I go back to drawing. I see how that works. All right, now I got it.
I got it.
Now I get it. Now I understand why. I'm an idiot. Idiot.
Stupid. Which David Attenborough BBC natural history documentary is your favorite?
They're all, to me, they're all top quality. It's funny, unless it's the dinosaur one, they're kind of all the same to me, but in a good way. I mean, I love them all.
Yeah.
I could listen to his voice. I could listen to his voice all day.
Here is a herd of elephants. They walk many miles to find the next pool of water.
That's pretty good. I think he's 92 now, something like that.
What are your thoughts on the animation software OpenToons? I believe it was created by Studio Ghibli.
I've never used it, so I don't have an opinion on it. But now that I've tried this, I'm gonna start experimenting and trying other softwares.
Someone says the eraser toggle in Krita is with the E. Yeah, he knows the keyboard command. He's saying that on his stylus when he was flipping, he's using a.
I'm using a stylus.
Usually when you flip it around, it actually has an eraser side on it.
Yeah, and it actually just automatically goes to, once you assign it, like in Photoshop, it just does it. But here in Krita, I have to have the eraser icon pressed in order for it to do that. So I understand now.
Barbara asks, hi, Aaron. In your
Hello.
art and animation auction video, is that a saber-toothed tiger skull on your desk?
Yes.
It's a replica, obviously.
It's a replica, but it is, yes. I've got all kinds of crazy stuff in my house.
I know Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator are the industry standards in visual development, but is it okay to start with Krita when building your portfolio if you cannot afford either of those?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really is all about the image. If you can create an image that, is good enough to be in the portfolio, then absolutely. You can use any software. Now, you just, if depending on what's, that's burping. Depending on what studio you're going to, they're going to have a studio standard for what software they use. So, the only issue is obviously make sure you know the software that they're using.
Aaron, do you have any tips on drawing cartoon animals or even shapes you regularly use for cartoonish animals?
Yes. First of all, I've got a whole course on character design on my website, creatureartteacher.com,
which is 40% off.
40% off right now. But yeah, that's pretty much the key is starting with simple shapes. I start with a lot of round shapes and then build off of that. And it's, understanding, just because you're making cartoons doesn't mean you shouldn't understand the anatomy. So understanding real world anatomy, I think, is extremely important, so that you know what you're caricaturing, and there'll be some believability to the creature that you're doing the character of. Absolutely.
Benjamin Stigler says, "Hey, Aaron. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Nick. How's it going over there?
Hey, how's it going, E?
How's it going, Benjamin? It's pretty good.
Which one's my resize tool? It must be this one. There it is. Maybe if I shift and then move him, and I put him right up here. Maybe a little bigger.
Doesn't do an impression of Roadrunner. Beep beep.
There you go.
That's it." Benjamin also asks, "Hey Aaron, when will the Discord server be available?"
That's a Nick question.
That is coming very soon. We are just working out a final couple of hiccups, so hopefully in the next week or two is the goal.
Yeah, I'll be starting on Snowbear. Holy smokies! Yep, I have satisfied my commitments for the next few months anyway, regarding new courses, and so we're jumping over to Snowbear full time. And actually, Snowbear is going to be a course in itself as well. For those of you that don't know, Snowbear is an animated short that we are making. I say short; it's still 10 minutes long, so it's a lot. And we are turning it into an a course. It's an animated short, but we're also turning it into a course on how to create your own animated short. So we are documenting and recording the entire process. It's taken us years so far just to get where we are, but we're hopefully putting it into overdrive, and that's why I'm switching over to full-time working on Snowbear over the next several months at least to get it done. Get her done, and then after that, not only will you be able to see the short finally, but we're going to be putting out the course on how to create a short. Pretty excited. Pretty excited. So I'm using the just a regular pencil brush right now that Krita offers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a coyote kind of walking, not kind of, he is walking in the snow.
So this is drawing in Krita?
This is Krita. Yep.
Krita.
Krita software. Don't criticize my drawing.
Very funny.
What the heck? Got something scratchy on here. What's scratchy on here? I know. There. Stranger Things.
Yeah, today, the end of it.
Stranger
We haven't
Things.
watched it yet, so no spoilers.
Yes.
But if you go on over to Aaron's YouTube channel, earlier today we posted a brand new time lapse. Oh yeah, and I forgot the best part of that. So it's a time lapse video. Dustin, if you show the slide, it's over on our YouTube channel. You can check out Aaron's drawing in Krita of Vecna. But if you head on over to our website, Creature Art Teacher, and if you're an annual or streaming member, we also put up a real-time version of that video, a full demo, where Aaron walks you through that entire drawing and the making of and his approach.
Yep.
And you can also get that if you're a Patreon supporter as well. It's in your, you should have gotten a notice. If you're a support Aaron on Patreon, you've got access to that video as well.
I'm actually going to replace my nib right now.
Hi, Aaron. Krita seems pretty powerful. Do you think you will make the switch to Krita full time?
I don't know if it'll be full time. I'll probably jump back and forth on, between different softwares. But Yeah, I love it. I'll definitely be using it quite a bit, and I know there's a lot more. There's a lot of viewers that I have that use Krita, and so yeah, I'll definitely. And, well, one of the things that Krita has that I want to experiment with is the animation. You have the ability to animate in it, and I haven't tried that yet.
Do you like Looney Tunes cartoons?
Oh, of course, I like the old Looney Tunes. I'm not crazy about the newer stuff. The '90s and stuff like that. I know you guys. I know Dustin likes that stuff.
Well, like Space Jam.
Animaniacs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't crazy about Animaniacs, but I really love the old '40s, 50s stuff.
Those are also fun.
I grew up on that stuff. That's right.
And actually, my own question to you, now that you've tried out the free software of Krita and you really like Krita, do you think this has raised your curiosity or interest in trying the other free software like Toon Boom or any
Oh
other
yeah, definitely.
software?
Toon Boom's not free.
Huh?
Toon Boom is
Toon
not
Boom
free.
is not free.
No,
No,
it's not.
No,
No.
I thought
Blender
it
is.
was.
No, Toon Boom's actually very expensive.
Very expensive.
It's a
What was the other free software out there?
Blender.
What?
Blender.
Blender.
Yeah, you blend.
Oh yeah, you blend. Does Toon Boom at least have like a free trial version of it or anything?
No, I don't think
No.
so. It might. But
Okay,
so does TV Paint.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to create a new layer. And I like the pastel. So as far as laying down color. Color. So I'm going to get in here. I'm going to lay down an initial color here.
Lieutenant Konami on Twitch says, "So I'm not the only one who removes the nib with my teeth. I see."
I couldn't find my nib remover. Yes.
So
Another
just
Twitch
cross it
comment:
off to the store.
Toon Boom offers a 21-day free trial. Yes.
What did you say, Dustin?
You really just cross this all while you're putting in the base color?
Yeah, just go ahead and cross this off. For those of you that get my courses, whenever I'm having to do something like this, I always have Dustin just cross dissolve, so you're not wasting time watching me just color in shapes.
Every time it's color it, it's this at this part you can go ahead and cross dissolve Dustin. Or that, or he doesn't even say it, but I know that's what he wants me to do, so I just cut that part out. Nick Heasel asks, do you know if Krita is lighter on computer processing and system load as Photoshop?
I don't know. I'm assuming it probably is.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
I mean, Adobe's software themselves are pretty strong, and I think they do use quite a bit of processing. But
I think my brushes, the brushes that I've created, doggone it. The brushes I've created, I think they work in Krita, I believe.
they work pretty. It'd be really interesting is if you're able to use the same brush on both softwares.
Yeah.
You just build up you just enlarge one of the brush on one software until it starts slowing down,
Yeah.
and then do the same thing on the other and see which one handles the best process.
Yeah, true.
If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sorry. Kurt Michael asks, am I right this coyote is marking his territory?
No, he's stepping over the snow. He's not peeing.
You could be.
Could be.
That's the thing. Don't be a slave to your reference, Aaron.
That's right.
Zelgi asks, what advantages might Krita have over other common software?
It's free.
Price. It's free. That's the biggest one.
Free.
We're gonna do a
I think
head-to-head.
the brushes are the brushes here are actually. I mean, they're standard brushes. They're pretty darn cool. It's to me, it's more like Painter than Photoshop when
Corel
it comes to
Painter,
the brushes.
right?
Yeah, Corel Painter.
We're going to do a head-to-head video for sure in the near future.
Yeah.
Do people use Painter anymore?
Yeah, still around.
I was using it for a while and just never went back. But man, Krita is very similar in its brushes and very, very nice.
How many in Mulan? How many scenes of Yao and the head ancestor did you yourself animate, and how many of them did you send to your fellow animators to supervise?
I don't know. I don't keep track of that number. I did a lot of shots and I handed off a lot of shots. I have no idea what the number was. Not even a clue.
7.
Yeah, 7. It's a lot. There we go. So there's our coyote.
How do they animate the raindrops in Bambi in the little April showers number before CG came along?
By hand.
By hand, yeah. All done by hand.
All by hand. It took forever.
So I'm going to lock this layer. I'm going to alpha lock the paint layer underneath, and so I can start kind of messing with the color a little bit, get some other color in here. Oops. Why is it not? I thought I alpha locked it. Oh man.
What did you do?
I drew on the background.
The whole time?
No, not the whole time. On the I don't know what I was thinking. I gotta trash this layer and make a new layer. What were you thinking? There we go. I think I copied it by accident is what I did wrong. I think I copied the background.
Uh-oh.
But anyway. And I just drew on the, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. See, if you're not familiar with the software.
What are you doing?
I drew on the, there, on my drawing layer. I painted on my drawing layer. There we go. Now I'm back in business, baby.
Back in business.
Yep, back in business. I got to do it all over again though. All right, coloring. Don't
worry, I'll cross this off. Hang on.
Yeah.
Although that's what people actually enjoy is watching you struggle.
Oh yeah, the struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Darn bots on YouTube.
What's that? Bots?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, they're super annoying.
How do you turn those on? There's no way to turn them off, is there?
Disable comments.
Oh, nope.
Can't do that.
And so when you say bots, it's literally just automatic comments from
Yeah.
businesses or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, spamming links saying, "Hey, go over here, go check this out. Don't watch this guy."
It's mostly trying to get you to go to inappropriate websites and what have you.
How do they know? Are they set to just automatically?
They're just commenting on live videos that are getting views at that moment.
Oh, gotcha. So it seeks them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's so annoying.
They're what you would call stream seekers.
Oh, is that what it is?
Something like that.
No, he just made up a term.
Oh. Stream seekers. Hey, it sounds right. Sounds viable. Could be a thing. What I like about the this pastel brush is I can get soft edges that kind of translate to fur without drawing individual fur hairs. Fur hairs?
Ross Wiley on Facebook asked, "Did you say bots or butts?"
Bots.
Yes, there's a lot of butt ads. Some ad butts on YouTube right now.
Twitch comment, have you found the pop-up palette yet? If you right-click the brush tool, you'll see it. I don't know if you heard that, Aaron.
I'm doing it now. Right click the brush tool, default. I'm right clicking the brush tool, but I'm getting like default sizes instead.
That might be what they mean. I don't know.
And also about the bots.
Doesn't look like a palette, though.
Yeah, it's not a, I've got my palette over here. It's set up already.
It says, no, right-click with the stylus while on the canvas.
Oh.
You got it?
There you go. You can. It's like a switch. It's a quick.
Oh, that's interesting. Look at that.
Look at that.
Because you can set your stylus button to be a right-click, so you don't have to do it with your mouse. So you can.
Martin Berger asks, "Do the bots even know how to use voice recognition technology in a lift in Scotland?"
All right. Took me 10 minutes to get back to 0. Here we are.
30
Now I'm going to
hours
lock
later.
that layer. Now it's locked.
Now you got it?
Got it now.
Now it's locked in? What is your favorite animal?
I love big cats. I cannot lie.
And you dogs cannot lie.
I love bears. I love all animals, but yeah, I just. So what I'm doing right now is I'm laying in fur color, local color. So what that's doing is I'm just laying in the color of the fur, no lighting, no shading, no shadows. I'm just putting in the color of that fur. The local color. Local color is the color of an object when it's not lit, when it's not in light and it's not in shadow.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say this will take a little bit because there's a lot of variation of color in this coyote.
Cross dissolve.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the Flintstones or the Jetsons?
I was never a fan of either one. A big fan, but probably the Flintstones.
I think they both have their moments.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba doo.
I like the whole honeymooners vibe to the Flintstones.
And also the the live action movie with John Goodman was fun.
They never did a live action Jetsons, did they?
No, I haven't.
No.
It's almost kind of surprising that they didn't.
Very interesting to see how it turned out if they did now.
Meet George Jetson.
Jane, his wife.
Do you guys have any plans for any live workshops already?
Yes, we've got one in November. We haven't announced it officially yet, but we're going to have one in November
In Florida.
and here in Florida. And it's going to be, we're going to be doing another watercolor, live painting watercolor on location, plein air. And there you go. That's what we're going to be doing. That's going to be here in Florida, right in our backyard. It's going to be at Wekiva State Park. And we've got cabins set aside and all kinds of fun stuff.
Might have some animal drawing with that too as well.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
Stay tuned for more announcements.
Stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial. What resolution are you drawing in pixels?
I'm at 300 DPI. And it's 12 inches by 16 inches.
Erica Bay says, "Yay, Florida workshops are awesome."
They are when Erica and Frankie are there.
And Martin says, "Wow, that sounds amazing."
What about live online workshops? Yes, we have more of those planned in the near future too.
Yes, you got one tomorrow.
And Sunday is my father, Marshall Blaze, who some of you know. It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
He turns 83.
Oh, I thought he already was 83 for some
No,
reason.
he turns 83. He was born in July 3rd, 1939.
Crazy to think his birthday is the day before 4th of July.
Yeah, has been all his life. You can see I'm getting a bunch of variation of color. In this here coyote.
Julia says, "Oh, happy birthday, Mr. Marshall Blaze." And Erica says, "Tell Marshall happy birthday from me and Frankie."
I will.
And Castro asks, what did you think of the Rite of Spring in Fantasia with the dinosaur section?
Oh, I love it.
Any tips on how to animate in perspective?
Yeah, you got to put a perspective grid down and follow that grid. That's the best way to do it. Is grid out your perspective and then follow it. That's how I've always done it.
Well, they're going to say, you just draw it.
You just draw it.
You just draw it. Why do you want to go to Rwanda to see the mountain gorillas?
Why? Why not?
Why
Are you
not?
kidding me?
Caleb on YouTube says, I finally caught up with a live stream. I always miss them. Actually, that's not the comment I meant to read. I meant to read the one from the Time Prophet on YouTube who says, I am from Britain. What is the difference between a coyote and a wolf?
They're completely different species. One of the biggest things is size. A wolf is probably 3 times as big as a coyote. And coyotes are just coyotes are much more adaptable as well. They're able to live very close to human habitation.
There's coyotes like everywhere.
Yeah.
Wolves are much more elusive.
Yeah, and very sensitive to human encroachment.
Would you say that coyotes are a lot closer resembling like a fox more than a wolf.
Foxes are kind of their own thing as well.
Yeah.
So they're all in the dog family, obviously, the canid family.
Canid.
Canids.
In fact, we have a whole course on how to draw wolves, coyotes, and foxes
Yeah, we do.
at creatureartteacher.com. And it's on sale right now as part of our summer sale. And if you use code July 4 at checkout, you can get an additional 25% off.
And you can also find some wolves and coyotes photo reference packs from my Yellowstone reference pack. In which in there you'll find some photos I got of coyotes and wolves that we saw from last year.
That's right.
Yep.
Go over there and check that out.
So I'm slowly kind of working towards a little bit more detail in the markings. But still, no, I'm not hitting any kind of lighting yet.
Aaron, if you're animating a person in perspective on a grid, do you have to put the character in a box for each pose?
No, you just eye it.
I mean, you're mentally imagining it in
Yeah.
a box, I would imagine. But
Yeah, I just imagine it, think about it, and put it there.
Time Prophet says the coyote reminds me a bit of a British fox.
Mm. And Martin Berger says happy early birthday to Marshall and sing Yellowstone reference pack. Yeah. And what part of Yellowstone is reopening tomorrow? They're reopening tomorrow?
Yeah, a bunch of it's already open.
Everything's
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they already reopened the north entrance and Gardener's open. I was checking it out yesterday, as a matter of fact.
That still blows my mind.
Yeah.
Wait, the north side? I thought the north side was.
That's where all the damage is, but they must have put. Nick was saying that they're reopening it.
Yeah, the north gate is open. Gardener's open for business. I was just looking a whole bunch of stuff up about it yesterday.
Yeah.
So they got that done quick.
Well, they didn't fix the roads. There's no way. So they must have built new roads, temporary roads around. Because there's absolutely no way they were able to build new roads there.
Fair point. Yeah, some of the footage that came out from
Yeah,
that
it's
place
insane.
is holy. And I heard it was because it was a combination from both heavy rainfall and because of
And snow melt.
the snow melting so fast because of the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of the changes that as of tomorrow, it's fully open. I guess what they were doing is up until this point, they were doing it as an alternating license plate system. So what they're probably doing is my guess is it was a 1-lane road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's so many places that are washed out. That's my thing. That's
Yeah,
why-
no, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
the North Loop is fully reopened as of tomorrow and no longer with the limit of the license plate thing even.
But what was that last part you mentioned? The limited license plate?
It was limited, so they were alternating it based on your license plate numbers. So to limit capacity. So like on Mondays, people with a certain license plate number could go in. On Tuesday, so to limit the capacity essentially.
So that way they don't thicken up the roadways too much.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Well, I guess I know where I'm going soon.
You got to get your butt away from the video games to do it, though.
Yeah.
Just waiting for everything to cool off.
So you're not going in the summer then. So not soon.
Hmm?
So not soon then.
soonish.
There we go.
Oh, also, Alice says Happy Canada Day. It's Canada Day today.
It is Canada Day.
That's like their equivalent of 4th of July, sort of, right? That's always been my understanding.
Happy Canada Day, bud.
Go.
Last year when you were in Kenya, were you there during the wet or dry season before the wildebeest migrated to Tanzania?
We were there right at the beginning of the wildebeest migration.
And there was quite a bit of rainfall when we got there, but I don't
Yeah.
think it was during the wet.
We got there in September.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly the wet season. Or it might have been like the beginning of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly when the seasons start per se.
That's the beginning of it.
Beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, the one storm moment in Africa when what's her name and her husband that was with us in our vehicle when they
Christy and John.
Christy and John. We all of our
We all got
all of our
drenched.
rovers parked in these bushes to clear away from the rain, and the rain started to lighten up, and so they thought it was a good time to go out to the bathroom. And the very moment they got outside, we got hit with a strong microburst.
Yeah.
And just absolute pour of rain, heavy wind, and it went on for a solid 20-30 seconds. And
Oh, it was longer than that. It was a couple minutes.
It felt pretty quick though. But by the time they came back, they were just drenched.
Does Krita have pressure sensitivity? If so, how do you turn it on? I can't figure it out.
The pressure sensitivity is built into your. It's built into your stylus.
No, that's usually software specific. So if the software supports it, it's going to be in there or not.
There's nothing I've turned on. I didn't turn on pressure sensitivity.
Well, a lot of times you turn it on and off in Photoshop. So I think they're asking for the equivalent of
Yeah, I don't know.
that. So when you were doing local color, you didn't turn the pressure sensitivity off?
No,
You usually do. That's why I was asking.
No, I don't do it in Krita.
Have you ever considered creating a children's picture book? My kids really love Bill Pete's book, and true characters they create would be awesome in a picture book.
We've talked about doing a book for Snowbear,
Mm.
old children's book. So that might be something we do down the road for sure.
What can you say about Mark Davis and Milt Call?
They were two of the 9 old men. I never knew them personally, but they were some of the best draftsmen in the company. They were amazing. Milt was probably the best animator. He's probably the best animator ever. So still working local color. Just there's a lot to kind of work in here.
There's a lot to deal with. Who is Duncan?
Marjorie Banks?
Huh?
Duncan Marjorie Banks?
Yeah.
He's an animator at Disney. He was an animator at Disney. We worked together on different films. Duncan did Abu.
Abu?
Abu, the monkey
Nice.
from Aladdin.
Was he in the Orlando studio?
No, he was in California.
Narulu Walker says pressure sensitivity is in the settings on Krita, and it used to be in the menu bar at the top, just like Photoshop. But now you have to enable that button. It's hidden by default. So there you go.
Great drawing of the wolf you're doing now.
Coyote.
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 And from Angela, how did you get your color selector to go horizontal?
Oh, I just chose a different color selector. There's different you can choose different ones.
How do you do
And
that?
then I moved it.
How do you choose your color select?
Right here, I believe. Advanced color. Where was it? It's right here. All of these. So you click on the little thing in the upper left, and it gives you a whole bunch of different color selectors to choose from. So I chose the one closest to Photoshop, which is what I'm used to. And went from there.
If it ain't broke, then fix it. Wait, what?
And I'm drawing on the drawing layer.
Oh
my gosh.
Of course you are. Dad, what are you doing? Angela responds saying, "Thank you."
What?
She said, "Thank you for answering the question."
Huh.
About the color wheel.
Color.
Martinberger asking the important question of, have you seen?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Was there anybody that you met when you went to Pixar in Embryville, Northern California?
Was there anybody I met?
Yeah. When
I met a lot of people. I mean, I knew a lot of people there. I knew John Lasseter. I knew Ed Catmull and Pete Docter and yeah, everybody. Everybody. The whole gang.
everybody.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, yeah, I did a presentation to Steve Jobs. Well, Steve Jobs was part of the presentation. He was in. It was him and John Lasseter and Ed Catmull and Dick Cook, who's head of Disney Pictures, and a whole bunch of bigwigs at the time. It was right before Steve Jobs passed away. Boy, was I nervous.
Oh, anybody would. I mean, Steve Jobs.
Slowly working it.
Will there be a how to paint in Krita course someday?
Yep,
I keep saying Krita.
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 I actually don't know the correct pronunciation. I say Krita, but do we know for sure?
Krita.
We don't, but I'm just rolling with it.
It's called Krita.
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 All right, we're slowly getting there to where I can start adding some shadow and light. Or light and shadow. Actually got this backwards. Oh, you can hear little Maxie snoring.
Max is the dog.
Max is our little
People that might not know.
yeah, Max is our little 16-year-old toy poodle. He's such a cool little guy. He's so old. He's such an old man.
If you were drafting an animation team, Milt Kahl or James Baxter, who would you go with?
Well, I love James, but because of history, and he's just a god to me. I'd have to go with Milt Kahl. James Baxter is a much nicer person. Milt Kahl was a son of a gun, but he was amazing. James wouldn't blame me for saying that either.
Biscuit Technician would like to know, did you get to work on Rafiki, or was it only the lions? I would love to see you draw Rafiki at some point.
That was James Baxter, ironically
That
enough.
was a nice segue.
Yeah. No, I did not work on Rafiki. James Baxter.
Have you ever drawn him?
I've never drawn him. No, never once.
That'd be an interesting challenge. Trying to draw a character you've never drawn before.
Yeah.
You want to water her?
Sure.
And Angela
Bassett.
Angela Harmon
Oh,
says, "Hello there.
hello, Angela Harmon.
Your Victa piece was most excellent. I'll be watching Stranger Things later."
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, man. For those of you that are new coming on, I've got an art auction going on at my website at creatureartteacher.com
/auction.
Thank you. So go over and check it out. I've basically gone through and cleaned out all my drawers.
Yeah, we've got original animation. We've got large watercolor paintings, marker drawings, pencil drawings. Everything must go.
Everything.
Buy some art. Help me feed my children.
Not Dustin. Dustin's
well fed, as you can see.
Well, they haven't seen it in a while, but
Oh,
I have gotten fat. We also have the
just like your dad.
we also have the 4th of July sale going on.
We do. Everything's 40% off. Is that-
Everything.
No, everything's as part of our summer sale. Everything's 30% off or more. But if you use
there you
code July 4, you get an additional 25% off your total order.
Holy moly.
So what you're saying is the summer sale is still going on,
It is.
but you can add the July 4th code and get a total of what, 55% off?
Well, it doesn't exactly work that way because when you take a percentage off of a percentage, it's a discount on the total. But
It's a percentage of a percentage.
yeah, but still, the
But-
savings are huge.
Huge. Then also there's the Vecna video on YouTube that just dropped today in hype for the final part of the Stranger Things season. Is it season 4 now?
Yes. Yep.
Season 4, part 2, just released today.
Part
Deux. Numero dos.
And if you're an annual or monthly streaming member, as well as a Patreon supporter, in addition to the time-lapse version of that Vecna painting, you get a full hour-and-a-half real-time demo,
Yeah, man.
which
That
is up on
head.
our site.
The head on this coyote is entirely too big.
Too big?
Yep.
Is that? I wonder if that's why people are saying it looks like a wolf.
Oh no, it's because of the coloring and everything. It's actually it's slightly too big. It's not entirely.
Well, wolves have a little bit of a larger head, don't they? Relatively.
And
I mean,
relative to their body, not really. They're kind of the same.
maybe it's just their fur patterns. I always feel like they
Yeah.
have a bigger.
What was it like to work with Eric Goldberg when working with him on Aladdin and Pocahontas?
Eric was a great director because he directed Pocahontas. And whoops, wrong layer again. Doggone it. I'm not quite as
Fluid.
fluid in this new software. Eric's awesome. We never really worked together as animators. I mean, we worked on the same movies, but we had completely different characters, and so we didn't do much work together. But Eric is a wonderful director. He's wonderful to work with. He's a good man. I really enjoyed working with Eric.
Are you using any standard brushes or are you using any custom brushes or just the standard Krita brushes?
Just the standard Krita brushes. Right now I'm using the pastel brush in Krita.
How does it relate compared to your
My
pastel C
my
brush?
pastel C, I like it better. I have to admit, I like it better than my brush.
Really?
I do, yeah. The
Don't
only
say
thing I
that.
like better about my brush is I have a chisel edge on it, and so I can get really fine. This one I have to like change the whole size of the brush in order to get a fine line. It's very blocky, but the texture is just beautiful.
Daniel on YouTube says, I've tried drawing Vecna. He is not easy. How did you find it, Aaron? I saw you went through in the video a couple of iterations.
Yeah, well, that was just trying to find a good pose. Drawing Vecna, I took the spirit of Vecna. Like I looked at a lot of reference. And actually, if you watch the video of me drawing him, you'll see me looking up at my reference. I wasn't copying any reference. I was just looking at it for reference. I made up my own pose. That's why I was drawing different versions of the pose. So I was just trying to, like all the tubes and vessels and all those tentacle looking things coming out of his neck and all of that. I rather than copy it verbatim, I just kind of took the spirit of it and created it, the way I felt. I was long-winded, just saying I did my own thing.
You did your thing.
It's my thing.
Do what you wanna do.
Do what you want to do.
Bunch of people saying they're going to give Krita a whirl.
Yeah, man, try it. It's free. It's awesome. I love it. And their watercolor brushes are super, super cool. I used one of them in the Vecna illustration and really fell in love with the brush quality of it. It went on like a paintbrush, which is really cool.
And I don't know if I've asked this question already, but Martin's repeating a question, so I'm not sure if he heard the answer to it. But do your brushes work in Krita?
We haven't tried them yet, but I believe they do. We've been told by people that they do. So
I'm assuming they do because
it supports
they are
ABR.
AVR brushes,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
How is Dustin doing? I'm recovering. Yeah, earlier in the week it was far worse. I'm doing a lot better than I was doing earlier in the week.
Yeah, Dustin was in bad shape.
What was my worst? What was it? Yeah, what was it? Yesterday or the day before? The day before, I was a complete wreck.
Yeah.
Mike Fenster says, "Hi, Aaron. Happy Friday."
Thank you. Thank you.
Apologies if you've already answered this, but was there a character that you worked on whose design completely stumped you?
No, I mean, there's nobody that ever stumped me. There's characters that it takes a while to get used to. I'll tell you what, one of the hardest characters for me to draw was, doggone it, did I do that again? I did. I drew all over the drawing layer. Was Mickey Mouse. Drawing Mickey, getting Mickey, because Mickey is so simple. If you have anything off on Mickey, the whole thing looks off.
That was unexpected.
That's right.
Have you ever tried Procreate?
Yes, I have. Matter of fact, if you go to my site at creatureartteacher.com, I have a course on Procreate, how to paint in Procreate, and it is currently on sale.
It is 30% off. Plus, if you use promo code July4, you can get an extra 25% off your entire order this weekend only.
This weekend only.
I love Procreate.
Yeah, we're hoping to get down to Tasmania to do some work with them in person.
Yeah. One of the other cool things about Procreate is the ability to animate in it, and I did some animation lectures while I was in Europe, while Nick and I were in Europe, and several of the students used Procreate to do their animation, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Despite this Twitch question, despite your talent as an artist, what is the hardest thing you've ever had to draw and animate?
Hardest thing I've ever had to draw and animate. Well, I've had hard scenes. The Beast is always a difficult character. I've had mechanically difficult shots. There's a shot that I've talked about several times with Roger Rabbit in a short cartoon that I was part of. But animation. There's no easy shots in animation. There's just less hard ones. That's what we always say. And so they're all difficult to some degree, and you come up with a method of getting through your work. That's how we did it. This is how we do it.
This here's how we do it. Yeah.
So I'm kind of going back and forth and using the pastel to get some of this nice rough kind of gradation. I want it to feel like a traditional drawing. Back here.
Who's Randy Cartwright?
Randy Cartwright's another animator at Disney, or was an animator at Disney. Randy animated, if I remember right, Randy animated the carpet in Aladdin.
Next, I have my own personal question, because I remember a while back you mentioned how when dealing with two different characters in the same shot,
Yeah.
you have to talk with the fellow animator who's doing that other character
Mm-hmm.
to make sure you're all interacting. In Mulan, not only did you animate Yao, who had some interacting moments with the other duo of the trio,
Yeah.
but he also had the head ancestor they worked on,
Yeah.
that had all of these other ancestors
Yeah.
to interact with.
Yeah.
Which of those characters do you feel had the most interaction, and who did you have to talk to the most out of that group?
Well, I animated I was responsible for all of the ancestors. So doing ancestors together wasn't hard. But I did a lot of animation with the main ancestor and
Mushu.
Mushu, exactly. And so I worked a lot with Tom Bancroft.
Tom Bancroft?
Yeah, he was the head animator of Mushu. And so we went back and forth quite a bit.
So you think that the most interaction that you had in that movie was with Tom?
Yeah. Probably either Tom or Bruce Johnson, because Bruce Johnson was doing Ling and Chen Po.
Oh, he did both of them together?
Yeah.
Thanks.
But throughout your career, probably it would be Mark Kent, right? Because of
Mark Hen and I did a lot of work together.
Simba, Nala,
Simba, Nala,
Beast
and
and
Jasmine. Beast and Belle, Jasmine, and
Raja.
Raja.
Yeah, I was just talking specifically with Mulan because you had two different groups of characters.
Yeah.
It had me curious.
Hi, Aaron.
Hi, how's it going?
On Brother Bear, did you get to meet Phil Collins? And also, were you one of the artists drawing bears live on the DVD featurette?
I can't remember if I was one of the artists on the DVD featurette.
But you're all over the DVD because you're...
Yeah, because I directed it. I'm in a lot of the extras. And yes, I worked with Phil Collins every day. He would call me at home. He would, when he had new lyrics for a song, he'd call me up, and so yes, we worked very closely together.
In fact, one time during Bring Your Child to Work Day,
Oh yeah,
Austin and I went to the studio, and we did our usual kid activities. But during lunch, Dad came up and grabbed us and took us down to the meeting room, and we and
I
we got
introduced
brought
you.
up to the table and introduced us to Phil through a video call.
Yep.
And this was before Skype or Zoom or anything of that stuff. And so this was completely new to us. We're like, hi. And we just sat in the corner and we watched the meeting go on. It was when you guys were talking about the On My Way song, I
Yeah.
think. And trying to figure out the lyrics on it.
Yeah. Tell everybody I'm on my way. Yep.
Friends and new places to see.
It's so weird that it's all burned into our brains now, but there was a time where we were actually writing that song and trying to figure it out.
I remember you're coming home with the new version of the storyboarded clips.
Yeah.
Like almost once a month.
Yeah.
So, couple of questions, follow-ups, kind of some stuff you were talking about. Does this first question I know the answer to, but then I've got a follow-up for you on it, Aaron. Does one person animate one specific character, or can a character be animated by multiple people?
Oh, yeah. A single character can be animated by multiple people, especially it actually is, because most main characters, there's too much of that character in the movie for one person to animate.
But
It would take years and years and years.
But the way it works is there's a hierarchy. Like the supervising animator is responsible for that character, and then you have a team that animates underneath of you, right? Doing different shots. So my question is related to that. Do you, as the supervising animator, decide who your team is?
Yes.
You do? So
Yes, we at least get to have a say. Sometimes you have to, play nice in the sandbox, and that might be, hey, we need this person to go here. We need to take one for the team, and we go, okay, and that's how you do it.
And then that segues into a Twitch question, which is, when did character design become a separate job from animator?
In CG.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. It's more of a CG thing.
Yeah, when movies went to CG, because I mean, other 2D films have had separate character designers, but a lot of times they were, at least with Disney, they were they would kind of kick it off. They would do visual development, and then when the supervising animator would come onto the film, then it would get finalized by the animator. The animator would finish the design or redesign it or whatever.
And I have my another question of my own when it comes to supervising a group of animators.
Mm-hmm.
Because from my experience as a death artist with my team lead, our team lead made sure that we were working with what we were strongest with.
Yeah. That's the same with animation.
About like talking scenes or running scenes, or for me, for Need for Speed, he gave me mostly car shots because I was good at building out cars. So when it comes to animating, as a supervisor, would you be like,
yes,
you handle the talking shots, you handle some of the running shots?
I would give out shots according to the animator's strengths. Yes. That's why I was always so amazed that Glenn Keane gave me the scene that he did for Beauty and the Beast, because where he's he and Belle are fighting with each other, because I was only 22 years old and I was a brand new animator, but he wanted me to get better, and so he gave me a shot that was above my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew I would struggle on it, but he was there and he had my back, and a lot of it is him in that shot, but he guided me through it.
How do I study how to draw an animal? Should I start by drawing skeletons and muscle groups?
Draw the animal, and learn anatomy, but draw that animal. Understanding the anatomy is great, but you're doing it in conjunction with just learning the animal itself.
Have you seen the movie Cats Don't Dance?
Yes.
I have, and it's very nostalgic. I love it.
Have you ever animated eagles or birds? I love Marahuchu
Marahuke.
from Rescuers Down Under, and would love to be able to have a course by you on bird. Love to be able to have a course by you about bird anatomy. Your wolf course was great. Well,
I've got a course on birds of prey.
Birds of
it's
prey.
55 hours actually.
Yeah, it's our biggest course.
Yeah.
That course took forever.
Yeah.
But it was a fun process, though.
Also, yes, Aaron's animated many birds. In fact, if you go to Aaron's YouTube channel, there's a lot of videos on bird flight mechanics and
Yes.
all kinds of stuff.
What animal references did Glenn use for the beast?
Oh, there is a lot. I had that question yesterday.
Okay.
There is a lot. Bison, wild boar. Man, there's tons. Bison, wild boar. At one time, he was looking at mandrills. Early on in the beast design, he was this big mandrill, which is like a baboon looking creature, and it was really cool.
Have you seen Disney's remastered Salvador Dali short?
Yes,
Wasn't that?
I was. It was nominated the same year I was nominated.
Yeah, you were at
Roy
the Oscars
Disney-
with Roy Disney, right?
Yeah, Roy Disney was responsible for it, so we went to the Oscars together.
What's that called again?
Oh,
Depeche? No, not Depeche
I can't
Mode.
remember.
I want to say Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. So I want to try something.
I want to try something. And Kirk Michael being very, very cheeky says, Aaron, having watched Top Gun 2, I would say it's definitely not the software, but the artist that makes the difference. Talk to me, Nick. Make a reference to that. It's not the aircraft, it's the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not the software.
Oh, yeah, the software is the artist. Did you ever draw bugs like a praying mantis?
Yeah. I have.
What about bugs like the bunny?
I've drawn him too.
In fact, this upcoming course is going to have some of insect anatomy.
Yes.
Anatomy. Isn't there a video on YouTube where Glenn talks about designing the beast?
Yes. So what I'm doing right now is adding this kind of big dramatic shadow going across the body of the coyote. Just to give it a little drama, as my Canadian friends used to say.
Drama.
Drama. So I'm doing this entire painting basically all in the pastel brush. It's a little rough looking, but it's kind of cool. I like it.
YouTube comment. I'd love to have more videos on how you translate the big cat anatomy to domestic cats. I watched the one video you did on that and it helped a lot, but I still find my house cats looking too big. LOL.
Well, look at your house cats and draw your house cats.
Well, no, you did a video on applying the. I think they're just saying more follow up on that would be
Yeah.
nice.
It's yeah, as species grow, their proportions completely change. For sure.
Have you ever drawn any of Don Bluth's characters? Some of them are a real challenge.
No. No. No, I haven't. I'm gonna change brushes here real quickly. Real quick. Real quick like.
Quickly. Do you mention your lighting setup or occasionally use live models and props for reference?
Yeah. What was that question?
Do you imagine your lighting setup or occasionally use live models and props for reference? Talking about
I mostly imagine. I mostly imagine it because as long as you're kind of in the pocket with your lighting, you're pretty much there. You can fake it quite easily. And so, like this, I'm faking this all the way to the bank.
Would you say that construction and shape design are the same thing?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. Faux show. Here we are, getting there. Let's get in here. I want to get those eyes. I want to paint his eyes in a little.
I've missed most of this. Could you toggle the layers to show just the shaded layer that covers the coyote and snow, please?
Yeah, I'll turn all these off.
Do you like Tom and Jerry?
What did I just do?
What did you do?
I moved it.
Why would you move it?
Yes, I like Tom and Jerry. Jerry.
I love Tom and Jerry.
So here are, we see here. There's the shadow layer. That's just the shadow layer. And there's the drawing. And there's some more. And there's the coyote. There's the background. There we go. So you can see you can keep this really simple and still come up with a pretty nice little drawing. Wrong layer.
The person that asked for the shaded portion was Joanne Evans. It says, "Awesome, thank you so much. This is the part I struggle tremendously on."
Yeah, lighting is hard.
Lighting is hard.
It is. Oh yeah. Yeah, lighting is really hard. But you practice at it and you get better at it. It's like everything else, right? The more you work it, the better you get. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer on top of this, and I'm going to set that to overlay. Where is over? There it is, overlay. And I'm going to grab kind of a warmer color. Right there. Right there. And I'm going to go back to my brushes here. What do we got? I'm going to try this marker brush. Let's see what it does. That's kind of cool. See what I'm doing? I'm kind of brightening him up, getting him in the sunlight. There we go. There, see that? Look how cool that is.
Let's make sure you get.
Would you ever draw a Don Bluth character as an art challenge?
Yeah, I mean, at some point I probably would. It wouldn't be my first choice. I like Don Bluth, don't get me wrong. I just like drawing my own stuff. Or stuff that I've done, you know, with Disney or whatever. I like Don Bluth stuff. There we go. Look at that sunlight. Ooh, stepping into the light. See, that's why I love using blend modes. Because you get in there and you can really control the light with the blend modes.
Oh yeah, you blend.
Yes. There we go. There.
If you were an insect or arachnid, which would you be?
I don't like that. Take that off. If I was an insect or an arachnid,
Yes.
which would I be? You mean what would I rather
what
be?
What insect or arachnid would you be?
Oh, probably be a tarantula as far as arachnids go. Because I'm big and furry.
Big and furry, big and hairy.
And I don't know what insect I'd be. I'd be I don't know. It's a funny question.
What are those really big spiders we have here in Florida? Banana?
Those are golden orb weavers.
Golden orb weavers.
Yes.
I remember seeing those like as clear as day from the road.
Yeah.
Just down the road from our house in Claremont.
Yeah, they
Those
were
things are
big.
Huge.
They were big.
And they're always chilling in the very middle of their webs.
Yep. And they're completely harmless. People freak out with them. I used to freak out, man, when I would run through the woods as a kid. And I'd run through a web of those guys. Oh my God! Want to see a kid go crazy? I would just go crazy.
I'm guessing like Home Alone level times 10.
Yeah.
Want to let people know that we have an art auction going on. If you love Aaron's art and interested in owning an original, now's your chance. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/auctions, we've got a whole bunch of animation drawings, original artwork, pencil drawings, watercolors, charcoal drawings available. There's over 40 items actually. And the animation, what's cool about those aren't individual drawings. Those are entire scenes and shots, sets of animation. So check it out.
Check it out, baby.
Check it out. And I think it's just when it comes to those golden orb weaver spiders, is that they look so intimidating.
Yeah, they look evil, don't they?
Because they're so large and their legs look like they're literal spikes.
Yeah, but they're
So-
super fascinating, super beneficial, and they're awesome creatures.
And you say yet you say they're completely harmless, like they don't bite or anything.
No. So I've got just getting in some final touches here. I'm just gonna let this one sit the way it is. I got a couple of textures I want to put in. A couple of one more things, so to speak. I'm gonna wrap this one up pretty quick. I like the simplicity of it.
Does a charcoal drawing fade, or do you have to protect it with something?
No, they don't usually fade.
As
No.
long as it's on a material, like if it's on newsprint, it'll fade because the paper itself degrades.
Yeah, the paper itself will crumble.
Right.
But as far as charcoal, no, it's not
carbon.
It's not a pigment. It's carbon, so it doesn't go away.
Oh, yeah, here they are. Look at the size of these guys.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with charcoal you have to worry about is, typically Aaron will put his under a glass frame right away because he doesn't like to spray them with fixative
Yes.
because it can change the tone.
Yeah,
Although
I don't like doing that at all.
Although Jenny had some that she recommended that she's experimented with
She
a
completely changed my opinion of all that.
lot. Yeah. Jenny Medved, who has a watercolor painting course up available on our website that's out now. If you head over to Creature Art Teacher, we've got a brand new watercolor painting course by Jenny Medved that's still 50% off, not for much longer. That goes up to full price very soon. So if you get a chance, check it out. That's on sale now. It's very cool. That picture in that slide is a watercolor painting. So she teaches you watercolor painting, and then she also goes in with pastel. A lot of interesting techniques.
Super cool. Super duper.
I've heard you, this is a Twitch question. I've heard you say before, if you could, you would like to redo some of the Raja scenes, having the experience you've accumulated now. Would you consider doing a Raja scene on one of these streams, perhaps?
That is a super cool idea. Yeah, Nick, let's remember that.
Sounds good.
And
Nick, we got to remember to do the thing.
And a few of the folks answered the insect question, and Zoji said it would be a lightning bug. And Kurt Michael said, I'd be a fly. I don't mind taking crap. And Hannah L. Pieplow asks, have you ever drawn a sloth?
Yes, I animated a sloth. If you go to my YouTube channel, I took Jeff Lebowski. I am not the dude. You're the dude.
No,
Or I am not Jeff Lebowski. You're Lebowski. I'm the dude.
I'm not Mr.
I'm
Lebowski.
not Mr. Lebowski.
God
You're
darn it, I
Mr.
can't get it out.
Lebowski. I'm the dude.
I'm the dude. Yeah, I animated that. You'd think I would know it a little better. It's one of my favorite movies. You'd think I'd know it a little better.
And that used to be your ringtone on my phone.
That's right. I forgot about that. So I'm going to set this next layer to multiply. And I'm just going in and hitting like little creases and valleys inside the fur with the pencil brush.
Is a hippo or rhino more aggressive?
Hippos. They're both pretty aggressive. But
hippos are
cause,
extremely territorial.
yeah, hippos cause more deaths per year than rhinos do. You ever see video of the hippos going after a boat? Bueller?
Say
No.
what?
You ever see video of hippos going after a boat?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, they porpoise and they are going after them. It's crazy scary.
And Martin Berger already shared the link to your animation pencil test of the sloth.
Oh, cool.
That was quick.
Thanks, Martin.
Matthew asks, is Dustin or Aaron more aggressive? In video games, I tend to be a bit more aggressive.
Have you ever drawn a fennec fox or a sand fox?
No, I don't know that I have. I don't think I have. I want to go in here and just get a little.
Kirk Michael compliments saying loving the lighting on this Aaron.
Thank you.
And Sanji asks, can you imagine making it through your whole life only to be attacked by a hippo of all things?
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
And they're not meat eaters, right?
Nope, it is really territorial. Super duper. And you know what I like on here too is the sponge. This sponge brush is really cool. Where is it? Sponge. Just adding some little texture in there.
Hannah says, I met a real baby sloth at the Pittsburgh Aviary.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
That's super cool.
Must have been an absolute cutie.
Yeah.
I've heard that baby sloths are cute.
Let's see here. Something
Ma-
funny.
Martin Berger
Oh, Martin Burger.
responded to Matthew's question of whether you're or aggressive, and Martin replies with, "Only met Aaron, but it was kind of a scary experience."
Come on, man. I'm not scary.
Right? Right? You better not say I'm scary. Kirk Michael says, I think hippos on record have the longest fart in the animal kingdom. It's on YouTube. Unbelievable gas.
I thought I had that record.
No, I thought I did. Actually, I actually wonder what the world's longest
World's longest fart. The things we think about.
just watch like the world's longest fart ends up being like an hour long. Like, man, can you imagine laying in bed and just letting out a fart for a full hour?
The ones I like are the guys that wake up from I want to say what's the operation where they check your? Anyway, can't say it right. I keep wanting to say colostomy. Colonoscopy. Thank you. Kept wanting to say colostomy. Colostomy bag. Colonoscopy, and they always let out huge amounts of gas afterwards.
Xenon says, hey, Aaron, you should try the RGBA brushes in Krita. On top of the brushes panel, you can select categories and brushes. RGBA is one of them. They are one of the big features of Krita 5.
Oh, I'll try them out on another one.
I don't know what RGBA is.
I don't either. I'm going to set this one to overlay again. I want to see what happens if I go even brighter with some of this, with some of the lighting. I just want to see if it pushes it too much or what.
What's the most dangerous rattlesnake?
I don't know. That one I don't know. I know pygmy rattlers here in Florida can be fairly dangerous because their venom is actually more poisonous than a diamondback. They don't inject enough to. I mean, they don't inject as much as a diamondback, but they're small and you it's hard to hear them sometimes, and so they're easily kind of stepped on.
Well, apparently RGBA stands for RGB with alpha. So basically you can have transparency built into the color.
Oh,
So
cool.
I think you can do more like watercolor effects, like out of the gate.
Nixon, my brother-in-law, lost his finger to a
Pygmy
pygmy rattler.
Yep.
Vedanta's brother and Nick's wife Selena, their brother.
I remember nearly getting bit by a rattler when we were hiking in California.
I did. I pulled you.
Oh, someone else is saying they simulate real paint, so they have texture, like 3D depth to them. Like you can paint in you can paint in pasto with them.
That's cool.
But yeah, Dad and I were hiking up the mountain one time. We were originally planning to go sledding. We had our both jeans and sled pants on, but unfortunately the road was closed because of too much snow. So we decided to hike instead, and we hiked for an hour, 2 hours. And I was in the middle of talking, and we heard the rattle going off, and all of a sudden I just feel Dad yanking my shirt.
Yeah.
Because my foot was right next to rattlesnake that was in the middle of the trail that neither of us noticed until the last second. But eventually it slithered away and we kept walking. We saw another one that was further down the trail.
Yeah.
And we noticed that one earlier because we actually paid attention for it that time.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty much wrapped up. That didn't come out too bad. I like, Krita, like I said, Krita is awesome. It's got the same blend modes that I'm used to. But I really love the textures. I mean, I'm going to blow this up. Look at how cool this is as far as, this pastel look. It's really it's got this really great pastel-y feel to it.
Yeah, it gives it a very like dry brush vibe. And
Yeah.
when you zoom it out to full screen, it really makes it give that texture feel of like a real fur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So there it is. There it is, folks.
There it is.
Very cool.
I enjoyed that immensely.
Did you sign it?
Not yet. I'm doing one more thing.
One more thing.
Got it.
This is what, your third drawing in Krita? Fourth, somewhere in
This
there?
is my third.
Oof. Erica says, I almost stepped on a snake Wednesday. Luckily, I seen it in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God you saw him just in the nick of time.
This is a harmless snake, but it still freaked me out when I was about 25 years ago. I was going out to mow the lawn, and out to I had my lawnmower in the shed, and I opened the shed door, and there's a gap between the top of the shed door and the shed itself, and sleeping on top of that was about a 4-foot rat snake. And so when I opened the door scraped the snake off, and he fell right on my shoulders. You want to see a guy freak out? It turned into Indiana Jones.
What colors are? What are the snakes that are the black and orange and yellow? Is that garden snake?
Coral. Black, yeah, orange, and yellow is a coral snake.
Oh, what snake?
Coral.
Coral?
Yes.
What are the colors of the rat snake that you dealt with?
That what?
What was the rat snake that the colors
That fell on me?
Oh, yeah, it fell on you.
Like a yellow rat snake. Yeah. There's red rat snakes, which are corn snakes, and then yellow rat snakes. You're in Florida. Well, there it is. Let's go ahead and sign it.
Sign it.
Let's sign it. Let's sign it.
Sign it.
Sign it.
There we go.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
There it is, folks. So once again, remember, go on over to creatureartteacher.com, and we've got a big sale going on, the summer 4th of July sale going on. Everything's 25% off.
Everything is 30% off.
30% off. Thank you, God. My brain is
July 4th.
shot today.
You get an extra 25% off. Yep.
And we've also got a live auction going on right now of a bunch of my artwork, drawings and animation, paintings, all kinds of stuff. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com/auction, and you can check that out. Let's see.
And that ends Sunday night, by the way. So
Yeah, Sunday night. So, and actually, if you bid before it's over, like within 3 minutes of it being over, it adds 3 minutes, right?
It's 5, but yeah.
Or 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, that's to prevent bid sniping.
Yeah. So, but anyway, this is it. This is a coyote in Krita,
Which means, in theory, the auction could go forever if people keep bidding.
yeah, theoretically.
It all
So,
depends on how much they're willing to pay.
so here you can see the reference. You can see how much I dramatically changed the reference. So this is it's just a starting point. Your reference is always just a starting point. Yes, the head is a little bit out of proportion, but there it is. I really want to have fun with color, blues and oranges, play with light, warms and cools. And so here's our coyote at Yellowstone National Park.
Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah.
So, going out there, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Don't blow your fingers off if you're here in the United States. And put some beauty back in the world, because that's what we do as artists. And I will talk to you next Friday. See you later.
See you, everybody.
Bebop.
Bye.
4th of July is going to be